It's the 4th of July, and today we celebrate the most American tradition of domesticating any and all animals within our path. I'm going to organize them into a tier list. And remember, as I always say, now let's get into it. Alright, so alphabetical order is probably the best. Where do you put Axew to start out? Because it's so adorable, but it can probably, like, break your kneecaps in an instant. Good guard dog, though. I'll put it in very good choice. It's not a bad one for sure, because it can protect you, but I'm concerned that it might accidentally chop your head off. Azurill? I don't know where to put this. They're so weird. Like, how would you take care of this? It's just like, if it was a Meryl, then like, it becomes significantly cooler, but it just sort of exists. B tier. Bramp. I want to put that in manageable. I think? I mean, it's literally just like a tumbleweed with eyes that has a spirit within it. You can do better for sure, but I think you could probably have a lot worse as well. What about Buizel? Where do I put this? Actually, yeah, best pet? No, very good choice. Definitely very good choice. It's very good with swimming, probably good with kids. It'd be pretty cool. Citadel. I want to say B tier for the express purpose of it's still a land whale, so it's gonna be pretty hard to take care of overall. Like, it might love you a lot, and that'd be pretty cool, but like, I don't know where to put it. It's just so complicated because like, oh yeah, well, how do you take care of just a whale, a baby land whale? What do you do with a baby land whale? I don't know. Next up, Charmander. Fire types are kind of hard because they'll just burn the shit out of, like, everything. So as much as, like, yeah, but Charmander's really cool, it's iconic, it'd be really cool to have a lizard. It's like, yeah, but I would prefer if that lizard doesn't try to burn down my house. Manageable tier. Choodle. I think manageable tier? Just because it's, like, it's a snapping turtle. It's not meant to be domesticated. It's meant to fly free, go shell smash on some fools. Maybe it'd be good, but I get the feeling that it's going to be teething over your entire living room. Probably not good. Crabrawler as a pet would probably be really terrible because it wants to box way too much and it's going to break a whole bunch of things. I don't think it'd be very good. Or we can always check out the Dex entries to see whether or not what's this. So it foams up mouse and fades. Tasty soup stock. You're gonna eat. All right. Okay. Yeah, you probably don't want to get attached to the stuff you're gonna eat. So, Krogunk. B tier. If you're asking, well, why is it B tier? No, it's B tier. I think Dearly might be the best, like, S tier, I think? I might have to put in another tier afterwards, just for, like, the best of the best. But, like, just look at it. You're gonna have a nice little pet that's a deer. Deer, like, besides having to, well, it's already domesticated. And also it has, like, a really cool coat every season. I feel like this would definitely be like one of the best pets that you could have here. Diglett as a pet? I'm not sure if I want to put that in B or manageable. It's just so weird. Because it's a mole, and you don't really have like a mole for a pet. And you kind of need to give it like a really large underground area to really thrive in. I feel like it'd be manageable, but not very good. Unfortunately. Drifloon will take your kids. It's my ex-wife. That's why it's Liquid Sludge tier. Fungus Among Us. How would you even handle this as like a pet? It's just kind of confusing because Like it's not like up here because it's just like it's just fungus. But where would you put it? Excuse me. Like, it's not bad by any stretch because it's just gonna be like a nice little mushroom pal. I think I'll put that in B because there's no very like obvious downsides. Like with manageable tiers, like, oh yeah, this could bite your face off. This just needs a lot of room, so it could be hard to take care of. This can burn down your house, and this one is like, you know. But this is just like, it's just a fungus. So Toddle gets a bonus because I think it'd be actually really, really nice and cute. So, and then Krogunk because Krogunk. So, next up, Fuecoco. It's so friend-shaped that I could definitely see it as a pet. And you could have, like, it'd be like such a nice little lizard pet. But the thing is, it's also a fire type, so it could burn down your house. Don't ask what I did in the 1990s and why I'm so concerned about burning down houses. Don't. Gastly is just a dead child. No, thank you. Greavard's best boy. Greavard's best boy. It may suck your life energy, but it's a good boy. Don't make me repeat myself. Glimmet. It either goes into very good because it gets you a whole bunch of valuable gems, or it goes into manageable because you can't clean up after it very easily. And I'm not sure which one I want more for this, so I'm going to split the difference and go B. Gothita. Where do you put Hot Topic Pokemon? Like, genuinely, where do you put this? It's like you have a 5-year-old child as your pet that has psychic powers. Where do I put this? Oh, also, you can't leave the house because of Shadow Tag. Manageable. Hatena. That seems like it'd be a really nice pet, actually. Not the best, because, I mean, it's literally like a head with a hat on legs, but, like, that seems like it'd be pretty nice as a Pokemon pet, because it's not, like, it's very friendly, I would assume. We need to look at Dex entries for this one as a tiebreaker. It senses other creatures' emotions. If you don't have a calm disposition, it will never warm up to you. Oh, God. It prefers areas without people. Oh. So that's probably going to be a B now. It's still nice to have if you're like a hermit or something, but you don't want to overwhelm it and make it miserable, so. Hippopotas. It's a hippo, and that can kill you, and also I don't... Actually, should it go Liquid Sludge? I feel like it goes Liquid Sludge because a hippo can eat your arm off, guaranteed. And also it's going to put a whole bunch of sand all over the place. Unless it's Sand Force, at which point it's not very good competitively, so I don't think you want it. Houndour. Houndour instantly gets a bonus for being a dog. But does it deserve very good choice? Maybe? Like, the issue is that it's still a fire type. Oh, no, actually, that makes sense. It's very good choice because it's a fire type, but also it's a dog. So it would go into best pet if it was just a straight up dog, but it's not. So, very good choice. Impidimp? I need to look up Dex entries for this one. There's no way that I can make a decision without being like, well, oh yeah, what's actually... It sucks in the emanations... They feel annoyed. It thrives off negative energy. It sneaks into people's homes and steals things. I'm almost considering just putting it in Liquid Sludge tier. Okay, I have to admit, like, if I had to make the choice between Hippo and Impidimp, I want Hippo instead of Impidimp. It's just a hippopotamus that looks so nice. So... Larvesta. I need to look up more Dex entries for this. But I think it's fine. I think. Born from the sun. Born of the sun. Born from the sun. Oh. Oh. Caused forest fires. Next one up, The question is, how magnetic are Magnemite's magnets? Because in a modern era where you have a whole bunch of technology, I feel like what's going to accidentally happen is that it just ruins a whole bunch of your stuff by accident because of the magnetic stuff that it has. But also, with that being said, it'll be like a wonderful security guard. So I don't know. How magnetic is Magnemite? Pokedex entries. Uses anti-gravity. Touches it to power lines to feed on electricity. Oh, okay. That seems like a really big red flag. I don't like that. I do not like that. I don't want to have my energy bill go up so much. Makuhita? This just feels like a sumo wrestling toddler. I'm not sure how to feel about this. I'm gonna look at them here. Sturdy Bones out in the spirit. Okay, I can definitely see a really big use for this. Like, just as a nice pet of like, oh yeah, well, it's like a dog-like energy of like, oh yeah, well, I want to keep on training with you, being with you. That sort of thing. Might be a pretty good training partner. Maybe. Mankey. Probably B tier, maybe. Probably Liquid Sludge. Because the issue is that it's a monkey, and it's also terribly irritable all the time. I'm probably gonna put that in Liquid Sludge because I feel like it's more than likely just gonna beat the ever-loving crap out of you instead of loving you like a dog. Marionee probably gets manageable tier. It's a wall, so I mean, like, what? It's not gonna do much, but I'm concerned that I'm just gonna start spreading like toxic spikes around your house. I need it. Also, it has a really specific diet, if I'm remembering correctly, because it has to feed on Corsola, doesn't it? The Coral Electros, of course, this has a 5-star banquet. I think manageable, because like if you have enough money, you could probably make it work, but I wouldn't recommend it in any stretch of the imagination. So, Mastiff is good boy tier, but it's also an ugly dog. So, Mablastiff is SS tier though. Meowth Galar. I'm not sure how to feel about this, because like this Meowth is a cat, so it might get best pet tier, but what makes it so nice is like, oh yeah, it doesn't have this like giant fur coat and overgrown nails. And I'm pretty sure this is based on Maneki Neko, which is the Japanese cats of luck. So you hope for like monetary gain, and then you have payday and stuff like that, and that could be really nice as a house pet. What about Meowth Galar is the question. I can't spell for the life of me. Pokedex entries. So we have a Alolan and we have Galarian. Oh, in a good mood, it might even let its trainer have a look at its hoard of treasures. Yeah. I feel like this is definitely gotta be... Actually, is it S tier worthy? It's a cat, and cats are terribly based. But then, like, you have this... This is just, like, a feral cat, though. And yes, a feral cat is significantly better than a crab, dead ghost, a hippopotamus, a demon child, a bug of legends, and an angry monkey. Mudbray. That just feels like very good choice tier, doesn't it? Because I'm pretty sure it's just meant to be a work animal, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, how do you make this, like... If it isn't shower with mud on a daily basis, that's manageable. 50 times its own body weight? S tier. Nummel. What do you even do with the camel? What do you do with this? It also has the possibility of burning down your house again. Gosh darn it. It doesn't notice being hit. It can't stand hunger. That just doesn't sound very nice. It's like manageable tier, because it's not anywhere near as bad as Dead Children, but it's like not great either. Nimble. Poniard. It probably will cut up children by accident. We should probably check the dex entry for that one. Game data. Yeah, this just feels very much like it's going to beat the ever-loving crap out of people. Like, it doesn't have a very... I almost want to say like a polite demeanor, but that's not the best way to put it. It's not very friendly from the dex entries, and also you can probably have some kids accidentally cut themselves on Poniard, so... manageable tier. Pineco is a sentient pine cone. I think it's like either manageable or liquid sludge for the express purpose of it sets entry hazards, and those will get all over your house, and that's pretty bad, even if it can rapid spin it away. I don't know, man. It's... Let me look at dex entries for Pineco. So, Pokedex entries... Tree bark. I'm not sure if it's really all that useful as a pet, though. It just sort of exists. Manageable tier. Paldean Wooper. I'm pretty sure that's an S tier. Same with other Wooper. Which I could probably just put there for now. But, like, look at it. Look at it. Yeah, look at him. Look at how happy he is. Look at him. Look at how happy. There's no way. Like, look at that smile. Look at that smile. You gotta put them both in S tier. That's such a wonderful smile. Psyduck. Where would this even go? Well, actually, ducks are very based, and that's where Quexy also gets here. But like, oh look, I have ducks. And ducks are already used as pets sometimes, so I mean, I don't see a reason for it to not be a very good choice. Riolu, I'm not sure where to put this one. Just because fighting types would definitely want to fight a lot, and that could be a bit of an issue. Emanation Pokemon? What even are the Pokedex entries for this? To alert others if it is afraid or sad. See emotions and communicate using aura. That seems like it just bumps it up to a very good choice, because then it's just like, oh, well, like, you know how a lot of people are like, oh, I have an emotional connection with my dog or my cat because they know me and I know them. Yeah, that's just that taken to another level. Except now you have a jackal, so. Sandile? It feels like such a B tier, because on one hand, it's like Moxie, Intimidate, Sweeper, but on the other hand, it's cute little crocodile. It's gonna grow up one day and run a mob boss for you. It's great. Also, no, I did not stutter. I promise. Sandygast, I almost want to give, like, best pet tier, but it's probably Liquid Sludge, unfortunately. It's the ghost of dead children, and it's also a sand castle. So unless you really like being around the beaches, it's not going to be a good time. Also, dead children. Dead children are very fun. Shelder. It's so good competitively because of how dumb it is. Like, where would it even go? Because it's like, what if you had a clam as a pet? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? It just feels like, oh yeah, I have a clam as my pet. It's not very friendly. Shellos goes S tier, I'm pretty sure, because it's just a cute little sea slug. Also, there's the 2 different versions, what makes it infinitely better, because that means that you get into wars about which one's better. The obvious answer is East, but... 2 types. In the Sinnoh region, only 2... There's probably going to be more in the future, if that's... Excuse me. But it's a sea slug, and it seems like it's pretty... Had a shell on its back? That's confusing, but also okay. I feel like in total it'd be pretty nice, just because of how cheery he is, but also the constant mentions of, oh yeah, you have to be careful not to get coated in mucus and all that sorts of stuff. Like, yeah, purple mucus, troublesome to wash off. I think it'd still be a good pet because it's sea slug and you can get into competition with it, but I mean, it's kind of but still good. Shroodle. Let me look at this Dex entry, but I'm considering... That doesn't seem like it's very good for a house pet, of painting your markings around its nest using a poisonous liquid that has an acrid odor. That, nah. I would prefer that if it sets up a nest in my house that I don't have to call an exterminator. Sinistea, I need to look up a Dex entry for. Crackpot, chip pot. Born when a lonely spirit possessed a cold leftover cup of tea. Alright. Swirl, pattern is weakness. If we could stir, the swirl is to say Sinistea gets dizzy. Like, on one hand, it's like just a cool teacup that you can prank your friends with, but on the other hand, it wants to suck out your soul. So, like, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm really not sure. Manageable tier, probably. What is kind of bad as pets, huh? Slowpoke might actually get, like, a really high tier, because it's just sort of... Actually, what even is a Slowpoke? What even is this? Like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, I got him in this. This is kind of adorable. Like, look at him. He's just enjoying a nice little nap. There's a shoulder in the distance coming to make him a slow bro. Oh, no. I feel like it'd be just, like, a very low maintenance pet, though. And, like, it's almost, like, cat-like in its behavior. Almost. Like, oh, yeah, it just sort of chills out a lot, so. Snover? How would you feel about having a pet Christmas tree that summons snow? I'm thinking snow, thank you. Also, Stunky is a skunk. I don't think I really want that. It's probably manageable if you don't mind the smell? Maybe? Don't know. Source gets probably a B tier. Like, isn't that... It's based on, like, a water spider, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's like a pond skater sort of thing. Yeah, but I'm not really sure if it's like... It doesn't really feel like it's an actual pet sort of material. It's like just a wild animal that you can just sort of tame because you can. So, I mean... Tinkatink is like a small child? Like, I'm not sure how to feel about this. Like, how many, like, Red Cross and Geneva Convention things am I breaking by having a Tinkatink? Like, I'm concerned. What even is this? The metal... What? Something about that, just owning it, feels significantly illegal, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Toadstool. I feel like it's fine. Like, it's just a mushroom with legs. No, that probably makes it B tier, because it's a mushroom with legs. You don't know what kind of fungus it has. Vroom. It's a car. It's a car engine given life. Look at this. It's a car engine. I have to see it. It is said that this Pokemon was born when an unknown poison Pokemon entered and inspirited an engine left at a scrap processing factory. What even? What even? Like, it just seems so bad as a... Well, not Liquid Sludge would be better, because, like, it seems like, oh yeah, it's a car. Like, you can have some fun with the car at a minimum. And it won't burn down your house, but it may put some oil some places. But, like... It's a car! You're gonna have a pet car? I don't know how to feel about that. Voltorb is, like... It almost feels like Liquid Sludge tier just on the face of it, but what even... Like, it's just a Pokeball given sentience? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Also, it has static, and that's not really great, because then you can accidentally shock yourself and become paralyzed if you, like, are trying to pet it. So, does it... I'm not sure if it's manageable tier, or if it's just Liquid Sludge, because it's just so bad, like... I feel like it's significantly more manageable than like, any of this other stuff, but it's not very good either. Put it top of Liquid Sludge tier. Wattrel and Wingull sort of just both get very good choice. They're just birds. Like, birds have already been used as pets for quite some time, so I mean... What else are you gonna do with the birds? Like, there is literally a class of trainer called the Bird Keeper. Like, these would just fit right in your home. It's fine. Like, oh, well, this one has electricity, and this one can sort of, like, shoot a lot of water. It's like, potato, it's a bird. It's whatever. Zorua and Zorua H. Zorua H I'm concerned about, because I'm pretty sure that its Dex entry says that it's... Where is that? Yeah, a once departed soul returned to life in Hisui derives power from resentment. Resentment. Lingering malice. I'm not sure how good this would be. Like, Zorua H, I feel like might be a better pet. Like, I don't want to have, like, be walking around town and then have my Pokemon accidentally turn into, like, a small child. And then you're just, like, rounding a corner, and then the police are like, hey, buddy, what are you doing with that kid over there? And it's like, no, this isn't a kid, this is a Zorua. It's like, well, you can answer as many questions as you want down at the station. And I most certainly did not do that in the 1990s. And, yeah, don't go look in the 1990s, kids. That's very bad. Don't do that. Like, B, probably, because, I mean, it's still a fox. Like, almost a dog. Almost. So, I mean, like Zorua H, I want to be best pet so bad, because look at how fluffy! Like, oh my, look at this! Look at how adorable that is! Dude. And, like, this is just, like, very fluffy and very cute, and it's sort of got, like, a nice, you know, calm demeanor, I think. Oh, it's the spiteful fox Pokemon. That's probably gonna kill me in my sleep. So in total, best pet is, like, Nimble. But best pet's Nimble. Nimble's S tier. Hold on. I had a row above. Nimble goes into new tier. Nimble best Pokemon. Nimble best pet. You have a problem? Just use first impression. What if it doesn't KO? Use Terra Bug first impression. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, aw darn, it does everything with first impression, and it's the best pet I can possibly ask for. Please most certainly do not send them to my P.O. box. That would be terrible if I accidentally got a real Nibble in real life. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Overall, I think my opinion is objectively correct, and if you don't agree with me, then you're probably some loser. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below what your favorite Pokemon is, and also which one would make the best pet and why I'm terribly wrong, even though you're incorrect. So, you know, that kind of stuff is really nice. Thank you all very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, have a good day, and enjoy the rest of the 4th of July.